Greetings, everyone. So, for all of my beauty and hair girlies, this video is for you. Shout out to all of the girls whose makeup, hair is always on fleek, because I ain't one of them. I have never been the best with managing my own hair, specifically my trims. Keeping up with my trims has been a lot for me, okay? Normally when I get a trim, I hate to say this, it's because my ends are so split that it's like, it turns into a cut because it's just so much. I remember my stylist will show me and she's like, girl, why have you not been keeping up with these? You know, they tell you every 6 to 8 weeks or after you take out a protective style. I know, but that's not just the way my life is set up. So I'm trying to do better. But there's something about getting a trim, right? And when they dust off all of that, you know, those little raggedy ends, and your hair looks all shiny and healthy and you can swing it in the wind. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. But when you're trying to grow your hair, you know, sometimes you're like, oh, I don't want to do a trim because it's like, how much hair am I going to lose, right? But the beauty is that growth comes after the cut. So in order to make sure that the damaged hair doesn't eat all the way up the shaft, you have to keep up with your trims, right? And you got to get all that dead stuff off, or the dead stuff will start to eat up the hair shaft. And then you have to, rather than it being a trim, it's a cut because you have to get more hair taken off. And I've been thinking about that because life is like that. It's like growth comes after the cut. Whew. Let that breathe. Let that breathe. It's like anything that is damaging or dead, it needs to go. And something can't thrive until all of the dead stuff is taken away. Similar to like with flowers, right? When you're pruning the flowers and you're taking out all of the dead pieces, that's when the flower can really bloom and be its most beautiful self. But you got to get rid of the dead pieces. So this past year, I have experienced many cuts that hurt real bad. And I'm not talking about hair. One of the cuts that I experienced was in a person. Someone that I thought was for me, that was riding for me, that was a mentor, that was really trying to help me grow and develop. It was the person became like a confidant. And I thought they were like an advisor, a mentor, and I really looked to them for like guidance. And what I ended up learning, that it was manipulation under the guise of guidance. And it hurt. That cut hurt. Because rather than me trusting myself, I started asking this person, what do you think I should do? What should I do about this? What should I do about that? Rather than going to God first and then consulting my own creativity and ingenuity and innovativeness, I'm going to this person. It's like I was losing myself and being guided by a person. So when that cut finally happened, at first I was like devastated. I was like, what? And it only with time, the same thing with growth happens over time, that I realized that was one of the biggest blessings, to have something that was damaging removed. Because then I realized, I was like, I was thinking clearer. I was trusting myself. I was leaning into my own thoughts, creativity, inspiration, aspirations. I wasn't being guided by somebody else or being pulled or manipulated by somebody else. It's an amazing thing. Another cut came in a situation where I was undervalued, disrespected, and belittled. And I thought that it's like, okay, well, these are just growing pains of this particular situation. It'll blow over, or you can handle it when you get ready. But I didn't get a chance to handle it when I got ready. It was when it blew up, when it's like, when God was like, enough is enough, right? And again, at the time, I was like, I can't believe this. I invested so much into the situation, and this is what happens. But what I ended up learning was about myself is that I was allowing disrespect. I was allowing the continuation of being made to feel small. So the blessing in disguise was that it did blow up, so that could be the end of that. That was really dead on arrival, and I should have been cut it off, but I didn't. And what I learned about myself was I learned that I need to reinforce my own boundaries. I need to have a level of self-respect, a level of self-worth that I don't allow certain behavior. So the growth in all of these situations, or these two situations I mentioned, the growth was in me. But there had to be a cut. There had to be a sever of what was damaged for me to be able to grow. So my question to you is, where in your life, or what in your life do you need to cut so you can grow? I initially was in tears, but as I look back on it, there's still tears, but there's tears of joy. There's tears of awakening. There's tears of seeing myself and me being better. Me recognizing my value, worth, boundaries, everything. So the growth is in me. My question to you is, where do you need to grow? And where do you need to cut? Thanks everybody so much for watching. I'm Raven M. Harris. Of course, this is the Reset channel where we talk all things reset. If this video spoke to you, lifted you up, made you think, make sure you share, make sure you like, and make sure you let me know in the comments, like, hey, where did this hit you? Where did this make you feel? Or what thoughts did this evoke inside of you? Y'all have a good one.